Rebuilding a Burnac Vulcan model steam toy part 28. Apart from painting the flywheel, my super Burnac Vulcan is now completed. This is the first live steam test, and the methylated spirit burner needed much better modern Wicks fitting. Once that was done, the performance was transformed. Anticipating a great amount of heat in the firebox, I've put some insulation between the boiler wall and the firebox. Fitting this ceramic insulation prevents the boiler shell on the outside from being overheated by the methylated spirit burner, which surprisingly is quite ferocious. Here it is, and I've just lit it using my Proxon blowtorch. In this clip you can see that the wicks are sticking out slightly too much, and it makes it difficult to put it in the firebox. I need to get my water and syringe at the ready for refilling the boiler. For now though, all I need to do is wait until some steam appears. The boiler is currently about half full of water. After what seemed to be quite a long time, but in reality wasn't, some bubbles appeared. Look at this, steam being generated. And 5 minutes later, the water in the water gauge glass took on a very different appearance. Time to see if there's any steam. By lifting the centre part of the safety valve using a pair of pliers, a small amount of steam comes out. At this point, a problem showed up. No, the boiler didn't explode and kill me. It was far worse than that. I hadn't taken into consideration the expansion of the boiler and the bracket. As the boiler got hot, it expanded, and the crankshaft tightened up slightly. In this part of the clip, I'm using an Allen key to slacken the grub screw so I can move the flywheel slightly further to the left. This should give sufficient end float to rectify the problem. You can see that the burner is doing its stuff, but when I look at it close up, I notice the wicks are rapidly diminishing, and the wick material is actually burning. I changed the wicks later on in the video. Here I'm draining some water out of the boiler, because if there's less water in there, it takes less energy to turn it into steam. Please note, I can still see the water in the bottom nut. Very shortly after I filmed that clip, there was enough steam for the engine to run, so I'm going to stop talking and let you listen to it. The regulator valve, which is on the exhaust, is surprisingly effective. It took quite a while to raise steam from cold. I should have used hot water really, but I don't have any hot water in my main workshop. And now if you look at the burner, you will see that the wicks are actually on fire. They're glowing red. This is not good. It's a very old type of wick material, and it's not asbestos, it's just ordinary cotton. The engine continued to run for a while after I removed the burner, and as you can see, the wicks are very badly burnt and very short now. Later on I replaced both of the wicks using glass fibre type, and they were very ferocious. The small burner produced an awful lot of heat for its size. I was still able to inject water into the boiler to refill it, even against the slight amount of steam pressure that was still in there. You may be wondering why I did not perform a hydraulic test on this boiler before using it. To be honest, it wasn't worth it. It only runs at about £15 per square inch. The boiler in the background is scheduled to have a test, and while I have the test rig out, I'll probably pump some water into this one. I'm pleased to say that the quality of my silver soldering is more than adequate, to say the least, so there was never going to be a problem. Plus, legally, these little steam toys do not need boiler certificates. I filled the burner one more time using methylated spirits, but still using the original cotton wicks. And after no time at all, off we go again. One thing I don't like about this engine is that the exhaust points directly at the boiler, which I suppose is a good thing because it does evaporate a lot of the water, but what's left, along with the oil, runs down the side of the boiler. But I'm not complaining, it's very easy to clean it off. These small steam toys do not have a lubrication system, no displacement lubricators here, so periodically it's a good idea to apply a drop of oil, even though the steam temperature is low and the water does most of the lubrication. What a nice noise it makes in slow motion. In this clip, the video is running once again at normal speed. There's still plenty of heat from the methylated spirit burner, but the wicks are starting to burn again. Here I'm doing two things. I'm filling the boiler right to the top using the syringe on the pipe from the blowdown. And I've removed the two old cotton wicks from the burner. There's still plenty of wick material down in the tank because I need something in there to soak up the meths. I fitted a pair of glass fibre cord wicks into the burner, and now, as you can see, it's quite ridiculous. It's kept under control when it's under the boiler, but when you lift it out it's a massive flame. And there is a slight problem. It's burnt the paint off the base where the burner fits. I'm not bothered about this because, of course, once the paint's gone it can't be burnt off again. I quickly refitted the burner underneath the boiler, and as you can see there's a really healthy flame in there. Off we go again. Even the safety valve's trying to blow off very slightly. I think I can say that I'm very well pleased, and it was worth making a super Burnac Vulcan. It still sort of looks like one. All I need to do to make it look more like a Burnac Vulcan is paint the flywheel red. Let's see what the steam pressure's like. Not bad. It's not a lot, but it's enough to power this single acting oscillating cylinder. And that concludes the first steam test. And after the run you can see that the wicks on the burner are no longer burnt. The glass fibre cores are doing their stuff. That concludes this series about making a super Burnac Vulcan. And 2 days after my prostate cancer radiotherapy treatment, I'm still feeling okay, maybe a bit more tired than usual. Stay safe, stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.